Hey everybody, Pastor Roberto Bruno, pastor of the Central Apostolic Church, coming back at you on another Friday. Yeah, another Friday. And we are well into the summer now, right? Well, at least we're told. We know schools are out and lots of people vacationing or just doing their own thing as they should. And I pray that you find yourself in the same situation, whatever it is, whatever brings you joy or happiness, and just remember that the joy of the Lord, right, is our strength. And as I'm learning at an advanced age that we're the ones that make ourselves happy, and we can have loved ones or significant others, wives, husbands, whatever, that of course could bring us joy and happiness, but it's no one else's responsibility but our own. So do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. Do it, even if it's in small little increments. A lot of times things don't take money. They just take intentional plans to do them. So God bless you, and really I hope this video finds you well, and God is so good, and we need him so much, and that's just another thing that I keep realizing more and more and more. Even though I've served him for so many years, I think there's this perpetual yearning in our hearts for him. And sometimes maybe it's stronger than others. Maybe times it's just we haven't spent time with him, or whatever it may be. But I found this great poem in it's actually in this book here, The Gift. It's called The Gift, poems by Hafiz, the great Sufi master. And he has one poem that is entitled "This Constant Yearning," and it says this: "We are like a lute." A lute is like forgive my ignorance, but it's like a little guitar. It's not a guitar. It's like a little guitar, basically, that you hold close. It's a stringed instrument. We are like lutes, once held by God. Being away from his warm body fully explains this constant yearning. I get it. I get it. I'm gonna yearn for God when I step away, or yearn from God when other things are my focus. There's gonna be a yearning where I miss him, or his presence, or so many people say to me, I need to read my Bible more. I need to pray more. What we need to do is find what connects us to God. And I am all for reading the Bible and spending time with him. But there are other things that could bring us closer to the Lord. And that's what you have to find. Because I know I've discovered new things. Yes, I spend time in my Bible and talk to the Lord at different times of the day. But there's also other things that are maybe outside of what we would consider the traditional ways of talking to God, which Of course we hear his voice when we read his word. Of course we could hear him in songs that are written about him, or in worship and all of that. But I just want to encourage you. If you yearn for God, if there feels like something's empty, an itch that can't be scratched, and you could be full-blown in church, in ministry, and doing your whole thing. Maybe it's because the Lutz has been away from, maybe we have pulled away from God and we may not even know it. Because I'm learning more and more and more. Nothing satisfies like the presence of God. Nothing satisfies a human being like a touch from God, a connection with God. And so I just want to encourage you. Are you yearning? Have you stepped away from God? Find something. Is it a quiet place? Is it walking outside? Is it sitting quietly in your armchair, drinking tea? What is it? Because this is not an overstatement, but God yearns for us. He desires us, his children. He does. He desires us. Just like if our friend hasn't called us, or adult children haven't called us, or we yearn. Our hearts, I don't want to say break, but they lament for the connection. God is so wonderful, and he is so good to us. He is. He really is. And he wants us. And I think it's a beautiful thing when we want him. So I just encourage you, find a place, find a space, whatever it might look like, find an activity that could bring you satisfaction, that brings you happiness. Because the true completeness is when we feel the love of God and our lives are saturated with him. God bless you.